I look at your back and I look at your past, no longer vulnerable. I've got a good friend. You came to me like a walk in the park. We could do whatever we want. Good friends are hard to find. 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 You came to me when I was alone. You make me feel at home. Hard to find. Good friends are hard to find. Good friends are hard to find. Good friends are hard to find. Hello everyone, my name is Brian Walker. I have a solo songwriter project called A Day Without Love. That is my moniker. And I'm from Philly, but I've played in 105 towns and cities. I mean, that's kind of what COVID-19 has done to me, but it's also kind of what the past 2 years have been like. I haven't dropped an album properly since 2018. So since 2018 to 2020, that's the year, I've been mostly touring my past 2 records. I have like a documentary I'm sitting on with a local videographer. I've done 26 co-releases with artists from Philly, New York, Boston, Syracuse, and DC. So like I haven't been doing nothing. It's just been like a lot of short releases, but I'm doing that for 2 reasons. One, I wanted to explore the different sounds that I had. And then 2, the other thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to pretty much see how creative I can get with other people. And through that led to Punk in the Bedroom. Like I definitely will have more sounds like that in the distant future. And I just decided to think bigger. Like not just a guitar and vocals, like let me take things that I've made and create on top of that. So yes, you're right. Diary was really the prelude to Solace. And what I mean by that is Solace was about me finding comfort in my suffering and my adversity. Diary was what was my suffering? Because I realized, like, even EPs before, I talked about problems and things I was fighting, but I didn't really say what it was. So Diary is like, you know, about microaggressions with being a Black person in America. It's about dealing with love. It's about dealing with faith. It's about all that. You know? It's about sobriety. Comfort in the Bedroom was really about, I am in quarantine. Granted, I do live with like family. I still feel alone. So how could I find comfort within myself as a musician? And how could I also write this, not just from my own perspective, but like I think other people feel? Oh yeah, totally. Like the first song, even though it's very short, it's fighting against brutality, like police brutality, but it's also about losing people to COVID. Like, you know, I've definitely had close friends that lost their family members. So I'm in solidarity with them, and then I've lost family members. So it's just like this whole shared idea that you don't want to lose anyone anymore, or lose people that look like you anymore. Fight On Through is about that collective, our system sucks, and it needs to change, you know. Donald Trump and the pandemic planners have no plans for you. Yes, I said the whole title. That's literally about fake news and all the false narratives that are buzzing around in social media. And then Reminders is just pretty much just saying, like, whether it was a job, your love life, your friends, it's not over, and hold on to the positive memories. And I decided to make the instrumental interludes to be thematic, but like give the listener time to just vibe out before I get to this next song. Because I realized, like, in Diary and Solace, those are just like next song, next song. And I did have interludes in them, but this was kind of more of like, hey, I am sitting on an album, which I am, but let me give you like a shorter album for you to sit on before I get to record my studio album. So yeah, Like, there's definitely been things that have been born from COVID. Like, I was like, wait, I have a lot of songs, and I know I don't expect a single person to be like, I've heard all 104 songs of it. Like, that's crazy. I'm never going to expect that from anybody. But I was just like, how about every Monday I do a 60-second story, and I post it on Instagram and YouTube, and I just tell people who I am. Because if I can tell people who I am in 60 seconds once a week, people are just going to get closer to me, and I'm going to connect with people. I'm going to make new friends, and I have made new friends, I'm just going to go from there. And I was like, and Wednesdays, I can learn a new song in different genres once a week. All the other days, I'm just doing my podcast. And I have a podcast, which is like an extension of A Day Without Love. And I try to put out 5 a week, and I record twice a week. So, like, those are things I'm doing tangibly. Now, collaborations, on the other hand, it's been interesting. And I'll say why it's been interesting. There's this song I just recently co-released with Rebecca Zimmerman, who's another, musician, and we finished our song tracking like the week before quarantine officially started. So like that was like a wrap it up, do your guitar solo now, because we will not see each other. So that just came out like a week and a half ago. I had another song with Aaron Fox, who's another local Philly artist, and it's me and 5 other Philly musicians, right? So on the recording day, which is like a month before COVID, we did drums, we did guitar, and we did vocals. And we did snaps, but we did not do bass and piano. So I did a scratch bass track, and then my friend Jay did the bass remotely. So we were like sending Dropbox files, and then the piano player did the same thing, my friend Aaron. So it was like kind of cool to just have everything on the cloud and make an album happen, and then the producer mixed it. So now the next step is album art. So we're gonna base our album art on a Zoom call, Brady Bunch style. So we're gonna take a photo and then send it to a designer. They're gonna like doctor it up, and then we got it. So that's one thing. I touched base with a friend of mine in Massachusetts, like Western Mass, who does like Zoom call collaborations. So my friend in Massachusetts, my friend in Lebanon, and myself, we're doing a cover of Sweetness by Jimmy Eat World. So like, that's gonna be coming. I've also just been sending vocal tracks and guitar tracks to people. Like, so other than like my routine stuff that I explained, there are email collaborations and web streams, and it sucks, but it doesn't suck at the same time, if that makes sense. So, and I completely agree with you, because I've seen serious hits or misses. Like Fridays, I'm part of this streaming concert called Coping with Dystopia. We do fundraise for charities. It was born out of like, we're a bunch of touring musicians who got fucked by COVID, so might as well just help the community that we occupy, right? And you'll see some artists where it's like, plain simple, bread and butter, and it works. And then you'll see other people with like really complex setups, and it's just like, I hope your bandwidth can take it. It's a mixture of both. So like, in terms of the speed, all of those songs came out during COVID. I didn't write before. The instrumentals, like the stems, like the main riffs, are from songs I already wrote, but everything else was just like, all right, next day work on this, next day work on this. But I can say, because I have written a lot of songs, because like, I could say, like, granted, I'm not like a breakthrough artist, but I do have like 104 songs out that I've dropped in the past 7 years. I can't say, I've challenged myself a lot. Like, and what I mean by that is like, there was one time I wrote 7 songs in 7 days, and I put all the songs out on YouTube. And I'm thinking about, like, I still have it on like Google Drive. I'm thinking about like, how about I rearrange those and drop that. There was a time I did 90 songs in 90 days where I did covers, not original. Now I'm doing like 1 genre cover a week and putting it on YouTube. So right now I'm in folk punk, so I have 3 more covers, so I'll do it for like 10 weeks. and then I'll take a break for a couple, and then I'm gonna like put other challenges for myself. So like, even though I am an original musician, I'm always trying to figure out different ways to get better and be better. Like I remember 2 or 3 years ago, I did 28 black musicians and 28 guitar solos. So like I would do like Wes Montgomery, Stevie Wonder, and it was hard. Yeah, this is not easy, you know. So in terms of speed, I think that's really just from 13 years of trying to make it harder and get better. And then like even if it's bad, I'll either revisit it later, but still keep going. Because I think a lot of times in music, we're so stuck on impression management, and instead of being stuck on that, I'm stuck on growth. Like I just want to grow. And if someone finds me and says, wow, you really stuck in 2013 and you're really good now, I'd rather people know me about that than just like come out of nowhere and you don't know how hard I worked.